to a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here? Took a hold of her.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the IMpACT channels. I need to also start adding in Community IMpACT because that's one of the biggest things that we're going to be doing. This is the best way to make a huge impact in your community. One of the things that we're really going to be focusing on this next stage of our existence, I guess is the best way to put it, is we are going to start focusing on helping you help others. And one of the people that we're working with who can really make a huge difference to do this is our friend Carolyn Rasmussen from Pampered Chef. This is a thing that Carolyn and I have been working together to find the right, to put it into a cooking theme, the right ingredients on making a perfect casserole. Okay, so that was a very, very stretched pun. I understand, but you know what? It works on this. We think we've come up with it. And these are going to be Pampered Chef Community Pay It Forward fundraising events. And what it is that we are going to help you raise money, advertise, tell people about your events, and possibly, depending on what's going on, even using our media outlets to share your parties and try to help you make a huge difference for the nonprofits that are in your heart. So these ones are not limited to the Community Pay It Forward mission partners. Now, saying that, including them, getting them with us in the Community Pay It Forward as a mission partner is the best way to continue to support them. But this is a way that you can continue to support or start to support organizations that you love. This is a video that Carolyn and I shot, and we want to share this with you, introducing you to this new program and giving you some information about some of the great things that we're going to be doing together. If you have any questions, I invite you to please give me a call at 970-909-0751. 970-909-0751. Please enjoy this video, and I will be back to close it out. Thank you. I'm really excited about this because we brought back Carolyn Rasmussen. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Zach.
It's really good to talk to you again. Caroline and I were just talking about how we can really work with Pampered Chef and how we at Community Pay It Forward can really help make a huge difference. And we are going to do something with Pampered Chef that we don't really do with a lot of other people. What we are doing is we really want to support the nonprofits of your choice. But if you come through Community Pay It Forward with a nonprofit in mind, and you want to put together an event to raise money for them, no matter who they are, you come through Community Pay It Forward, we connect you with Carolyn, and we have a party. Community Pay It Forward will help you advertise your party to try to get more people to show up at your party, working with Carolyn, and we will work towards doing more support and helping you out. So if you'd like more information, we'll be sharing, I'll be sharing out further information a little bit later. But Carolyn, let's talk a little bit more about this. This is a great chance for you guys to be able to get out there and learn more about some of the great causes that are out there.
Yes, absolutely. And I always love helping these organizations. And the cool thing about doing this with Pampered Chef is you're going to just have a link. when he says party, this doesn't mean you necessarily have to have people together. This is, I'm going to give you a link and you get all your friends and family with you to help. And they purchase things. Right now, it is so expensive to go out and eat at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And you can funnel that money into one or two key pieces that make it so easy to cook at home. And you save tons of money day after day, right? So it's a money saving opportunity for your friends and family to cook at home. And I'm here to help with recipes, how to use the tools if they're having trouble with using it, or it didn't quite turn out like they expected to be, and I can tweak and help them. Not like if you go to a regular store. So you got me in addition to the purchase. But when you buy to help your family, then you're also going to help the cause. So a percentage of the sale goes back, and Community Pay It Forward will be the sponsor of the fundraiser, but it'll be earmarked for your cause. So you could spread the word. The more orders, the better. I will have it set up so there will be kind of we call it table, and it's a platform that is private. It is just for Pampered Chef, and it is a private group. Think of it like a private party room. Do you remember, Zach, when we were young, or when your kids were young, and you do the parties at the skating rink or at the movie theater, and you get the private party room, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So you'd rent that out. So think of it like that, because the only people in there are going to be the people that you are interested in being there, and me. And I will be able to facilitate, answer questions. There's going to be recipes. There's going to be tips. There's videos of products being used, all on this place, so that it's got a full immersive type feel, plus a virtual kitchen that you can walk through, this cool little cartoon kitchen that's got products. You can see it out on the counter and stuff. So it's a full opportunity, and then to pay it forward and let that purchase, which is not an upcharge, that chopper or whatever is the same price no matter how you buy it from Pampered Chef. And then the percentage will go back to Community Pay It Forward and then be earmarked for your organization.
And by the way, just to let you know, and you and I have talked a couple times over the years, and I ended up getting a can opener through you, and it actually is still working. Thank God we found a can opener that still works. So that to me is like amazing. I have never had a can opener that works more than 2 weeks, and now it's been a year and it's still working. So it's going great. I would like to just make a point on a point that you made, and you were talking about how expensive it is to go to a restaurant. You also don't know exactly what you're getting in that restaurant. And look, this is coming from a guy who cooked. I cooked for 2 decades of my life. Okay, that was what I did. And and as a cook, one of the frustrating things is that you send out what is on the menu, but that might not be what the customer themselves sees. This is something where there's no confusion there. You create this for your family. You know exactly where you know how the sausage is made, literally. Okay.
Yes.
And you're in charge of it. You're in charge of doing this. And this is something that you really have great control over. And as you said, you also get to support and sponsor something that you love. And this is one way that we, Carolyn, yourself, and I, and our respective companies, we get to take and hold your hand and help you as you're
Yeah,
supporting a great community cause.
absolutely. And, Pampered Chef has been around, believe it or not, since 1980. So, this fall it'll be 44 years, which is kind of crazy. But we stand behind our products. And, like your can opener, we don't sell stuff that's not going to last. And that's been our hallmark forever. People have stones that they've had in their kitchen for 30 years. It's a quality product that when you get it, you know that you'll be. Some people tell me, I thought I was a terrible cook. It wasn't that they were a terrible cook. They had terrible tools. And when you have the sharp knife, when you have the cookware that cooks evenly, there's a lot of stuff that it makes a difference in the results. And then you feel successful. But I have a superpower. And Zach, you and I haven't really talked about my superpower exactly, but my superpower is I'm a lazy cook. So I come up with really easy recipes. Okay. So People love to be able to cook for their family in 15 or 20 minutes, not 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I can break down meals. I can help break them down to cook for a few people, multiply them up for cooking for more people. My favorite recipe to talk about is the fajitas in the microwave with a certain rock crock. You can cook fajitas in 15 minutes from raw chicken to on the table.
Wow.
And you cook it in the microwave, and there's nothing wrong with cooking in the microwave. And believe it or not, it comes out phenomenal. And a pork tenderloin in the microwave is better there because you know what? Here's a secret. Your microwave stops and turns itself off. So when it turns itself off, it won't overcook because you know exactly how long to cook it.
See, that's amazing to me. I know that cooking pork tenderloin, and this is something that my wife refuses to cook pork tenderloin. She does not do it. She swears up and down, and my wife is a fantastic cook, but she swears up and down she cannot cook a tender pork tenderloin. That's my job. I do that. I have never in my life ever given an inkling of a thought to putting it in the microwave. That is just that is intriguing. We're gonna have to talk a little bit more about that. You know, you and I, we did a wonderful themed event last year for the 22-hour podcast going into 2023, where we did it around Mardi Gras, and that was one of the great things that you did. You know, you did a jambalaya, we did a chili, and you did a cake using, you know, the pop biscuit crescent rolls. And it's amazing some of the things that you come up with, and we were able to share that. What are some of the top things that people are able to create with some of the things that you sell?
Um, my biggest thing is, you know, mealtime, because that's usually the biggest pain point. And so like the fajitas or the pork tenderloin in the microwave. But the other thing I love, you know, hey, let's cook once and eat twice.
Yeah.
If you're someone who doesn't mind leftovers, and if you do mind leftovers, get over it. So take a sheet pan and take, you know, these chicken breasts these days are giant, you know, so one chicken breast can feed two people. So take two chicken breasts, tenderize your chicken breast. Zach, you probably know it because you're a chef, right? You tenderize chicken breast. Always, always, always do not cook it without tenderizing it with the flat side, not the pokey thing. So tenderize your chicken breast and season them like you like it and wrap them in parchment paper. Get a giant sheet pan and take your 4 different vegetables, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, broccoli, you know, whatever else you want to do, like 4 different ones, carrots maybe. Put those on the 4 corners, put those parchment paper wrapped chicken breasts in the middle, stick it in the oven. And I don't remember off the top of my head the temperature. It's like 350, 400 for 30 minutes or whatever. You've got 4 meals or 4 lunches right there, right? So, you know, there's a lot of things. It's just being a Pampered Chef consultant, I have at my fingertips a ton of recipes that our test kitchen and our nutritionists have put together. And then just through my experience, what I've done. And there's easy. I mean, we got all these awesome baking tools that make you look like a fantastic baker. And it's just because you had a tool that made it easier. You know, we're branching into coffee. So we got a frother if you're a coffee person.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
the coffee drive-through is a little expensive. And if you could froth at home and put the syrup in yourself at home.
I've said this before, being a guy who rides a motorcycle, being anywhere near those coffee drive-throughs, it's like being anywhere near a bar. People lose their mind when they're driving around those things. Those things ought to be outlawed. People are insane to get into coffee places. So do it at home. I love this idea. I love this idea. You mentioned about the right tools. I would like to just tell you a story about a pan that we've got. We've got a pan that if you're not making, like if you're not just boiling water with it, it's useless. It scorches everything. It scorches everything. It's good for like boiling vegetables. You know, if you're going to boil corn on the cob, perfect pan for it. But if you're going to make a gravy, It's a terrible pan because it gets too hot on the bottom, and the sides don't get, and the
Mhm.
sides just don't keep up with it. So you scorch on the bottom and you burn everything in it. These are what she's talking about. You have pans like the one that's behind you. And I swear I should have told you this earlier. You need to stand over a little bit because those ribs are making my stomach growl. But but you know, but yeah, having a pan that's crafted for cooking is so important because you're right. You can really think that you're terrible at things, and it's just because something if the bottom gets too hot and it doesn't match with the sides, it's going to burn everything.
Yeah, yeah. It absolutely does, and when you've got the core with the titanium and the aluminum, and so that it'll disperse the heat even up the sides, it's so much better than having the heat just where the burner is, and that makes a difference. And we even have a non-stick line that will do induction, and that's hard to find. Usually, the induction does not work on non-stick pans because they're more aluminum. Aluminum's not magnetic, therefore induction doesn't work. So we have a lot of stuff. We have a whole cast iron line, but what's kind of behind me is all our serving stuff. This right here, this blue thing actually is not to cook in. It is an insulated bowl. That is a pasta salad, and it can be kept cold. So we have a little saying, it's a Yeti for your sketty. So
Uh,
you could put spaghetti in there and it'll stay hot. So it's think of the old school thermos. You can barely see the edge of it right up here, but it's silver. It's a metal inside and it's insulated. The lid will go on it and it seals. You can keep your beans hot without having to have a heat source. So it's really cool for picnics. And of course, that's cool and serve tray over here with a cold pack at the bottom. So, I mean, we've got everything that you need for your kitchen and more, and gadgets and everything else to make you look like a fancy cook, to help you be the cook for your family. It is important to me that I know what's in my food, which is what you said. Some people can't have as much salt. Some people don't like beans. Some people, can't eat gluten. All of our seasonings are gluten free. We have a brownie mix and a chocolate chip cookie mix that are amazing that are gluten free. We have other cake mixes and meal starters, minestrone soup, and all this other stuff that you can make that takes the challenge out of cooking so that you don't mind cooking at home. Even if it's 2 or 3 nights a week that you change your habits, it makes a difference. And there's another piece, Zach. I know you were a dad, and kids are very important to you. And sitting around the table and talking to your kids in the evening is huge, and it's very important in their development and your relationship. I'm about 4 months away from being an empty nester, but I've got two boys that call me first when anything happens in their life because we are their core, their structure, their root. That I go back to the fact that we ate almost every dinner together.
there's nothing like it when I get to have one of the kids. We just got together with my wife's kids. We got together with us all, and we all sat down and we all ate together and we had a conversation. And this was the first time that we've ever been able to sit down and do that. And it was such a great time because me as the guy who's just coming into their life, we got to learn a lot more about each other. And her son and we've had a couple dinners together. He's been able to come here, but meeting my daughter, in Oklahoma, and being able to sit down and have that extra time with her, that was great for me because now I get to know her a little bit better. I know more about the kids. I know more about this. My own sons, yeah, they're away now. When my youngest son, he still lives here in Colorado, but I don't see him very often. When he can come over and he sits down and we have a meal together and we're able to talk, we can get caught up. We can talk about the things that we talk about. He and I talk about hockey all the time, but this is a time he and I can sit here and actually talk about other things. Hey, how's work going? How's this going? What do you need help with? And you're right, it's so important to do that. The other part that you were talking about is, when you're cooking for your family. I got a father who has a heart condition right now. He's got to cut out on his salt. My wife and I are taking care of my parents. They're getting elderly. We cook for my parents every night, just about. And this is a way that we can make sure that, you know what, he's not, we don't have that pissed off cook in the kitchen going, yeah, you want light salt, yeah. Not that that ever happens.
We don't want to know what happens in the kitchen, Zach.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. So, but there you go. This is a great way to, reason to do this. One of the other things that you said about kitchen, having a kitchen party or having a cook over with your family and stuff, you don't want them to come over and see mismatched pots and pans and, hey, look at my spatula that, great grandma has handed down to everybody that is all pan fried on the end, and you can't slide nothing underneath it without squishing
Right.
it. You want to have that nicest equipment in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does make cooking, if cooking's a chore, it might be because of what's in your kitchen.
Yep. And I've heard a lot of people say, look, I love Pampered Chef, but it's a little expensive. But you have got a great reason why. That's because they have you.
Yeah, you get me. When you go to a big box store and buy a product, even if you go to the fancier ones that are more expensive, comparable in price, for quality, right? Or we're under the price on some stuff and not on others. You leave the store, you're not going to get help.
Mhm.
The biggest example is the pressure cooker phase, right? So many people have these electronic pressure cookers. There's Instant Pot is the biggest name, right? That everybody knows, right? I can't tell you how many people have that in their kitchen, but they either only cook rice with it and it's a glorified rice cooker, or they're afraid of it and don't know how to use it. If you have one of those, call me. If you have mine, then call me. But I'm here.
Yeah.
Number one, I use everything. My kitchen is full. I've got nearly the whole catalog. Okay. So I use everything and I will be able to talk you through it. And if I haven't solved that problem, I've got resources of other people that have. And I can call a home office and the test kitchen. So there's a huge advantage to having a personal person to reach out to. It's like your agent, right? Like you have an agent for insurance and you have an agent because you
Yep.
can talk to them.
Yep.
And so that's where I come in and I'm always available. I've got something I do. It's called Recipe Club. And I'll text you a newsletter with a recipe once a month. It's actually usually got 3 recipes in it. I have that kind of stuff all the time. You have the personal part of it to help you. And if you get the product and you don't like it, I'll step you through, make sure you're using it properly. And if not, we'll return it. We've got a 30-day money back guarantee on everything.
So again, this is a chance for you to cook. You don't have to be Gordon Ramsay and throw stuff across the damn kitchen. You can actually cook things, enjoy cooking, and be good at it as long as you have the right equipment. You did mention your emails that you send out. How do people get a hold of you, and how do people put themselves on your email list?
So that is a text list or on an email list. The best way, I'll probably have to, because I don't have this one memorized, is if you'll text me, give me a second here because I have a work number and that work number hasn't stuck in my head yet. And so I got to pull it up really quick. 469 397 4406. And that will, you can text me there. You can call me there. Text is probably better. And I can get back with you on anything that you need, any questions. Go through Zach if you want to set up one of these fundraisers through him. And, a percentage of that coming back is amazing. And you're helping them. Like you're helping everybody in your family upgrade their kitchen so that they can cook at home. And then we'll also raise funds for your favorite organization.
Carolyn, one of the things that you and I talk about quite often, and one of the things that I really need to make sure that people understand, one of the best things about you doing this, okay, is one, you are raising money, which is vital for nonprofits, okay? Nonprofits, charity causes, they need money. They do. But you know what? There's another thing that you're adding onto this that is just as important. You are telling people about what they do. And this is a party. Okay, this is a party where you don't have to have people in the same kitchen to do this. You guys can be all over the country, and we can help you put this together. And we are proud to be teamed with Carolyn on this journey to make this happen. If you want, just, you know what, I don't want to party, I just want to buy stuff, buy it through us, buy it through Carolyn, and you get to support one of the missions that have asked us for help. This is a way that you can really make a huge difference in your kitchen for something you love, and great for the people you love, using people that hopefully you kind of like. So, you know, I think that's great. Once again, that number is 469-397-4406. 469-397-4406. Sorry, y'all got to look up my neck and me reading there, kind of the old man reading. What is that? So, but what right now is on sale that you suggest everybody should have?
So right now on sale is our bakeware. So the hottest thing I think in our bakeware, and I don't think I have it sitting next to me right here, I'd grab it, is our brownie pan. And think of it like 12 squares. Okay. And so everyone gets a crust, right? They're probably, yay big. But that brownie pan isn't just for brownies. Like for your parents, this is a perfect example. And for anybody else, portion control is a big issue, right? What if you made personal meatloaf? Or what if you made a breakfast casserole in each one of those and then put them in the freezer? So in the morning, you have a homemade breakfast casserole that all you got to do is put it in the microwave to warm it up because it's already pre-cooked. I mean, you can make using the frozen raviolis, you can make lasagna in there. Super easy. Again, it's a little bit of process, but not completely processed, and you're controlling somewhat of it. But you can make so many things in that brownie pan ahead, and then you've got that night that's crazy that you're running in the door at 7 o'clock and you still want to eat and you don't want to go through the drive-through. Your freezer's full.
Yep.
So the brownie pan, it's got a beautiful kind of a Tiffany blue backside, and it's non-stick, so it's easy to clean. You have amazing dessert makings I could do corn muffins and regular muffins, but then you can also make savory and meals out of it too.
Well, I want to also remind everybody that, you know what, this is a perfect time to tell everybody exactly what we always say. This is a perfect time. If you make a little bit too much food, you can always put it in the old butter bowl that you just emptied to create your creation, and take it out and share it with somebody out there who needs your help, who's struggling with hunger. I mean, this is such a perfect idea. Again, we don't have it right at this recording, but by the time this recording happens, if you look down right about now, there's going to be a code down there. If you follow that code, we will help you get set up with Carolyn, and you can have an event for any nonprofit you choose. It doesn't matter. You deal with the nonprofit, but we will help you advertise, and we may even help you. I don't know. We might be able to help you take in and share it with more people. We can talk about that. So there's a lot of things that we can do here at Community Pay It Forward, because we support Carolyn and we support Pampered Chef, because we know that they support other people. So please give her a call, or send her a text at 469-397-4406. Get yourself on her mailing list, but more importantly, let's have a party. Let's cook some things. Let's get some stuff sold, and let's support a nonprofit out there while you're doing some good things for your family. Maybe even impress them a little bit, huh? So prove to them that you are a chef. So Carolyn, would you like to finish off by saying anything else?
No, that's it. Other than one thing you reminded me of is, and I love this quote from Ratatouille: anyone can cook. So you just have to make sure you have the right stuff to do it.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Look, cooking is also something that is, you can probably attest to this. Cooking is something great to do with your family. I know my wife and her son, they're on the phone at least 4 nights a week. He lives in Oklahoma. We're in Colorado. They're on the phone 4 nights a week talking about what they're cooking. Cooking is family. This is a great way to make your extended family be part of what you're doing together. So give us a call. We can help you build your party. Let's get your kitchen the focus of a lot of great things happening, helping other people. So for Carolyn Rasmussen, my name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward and Pampered Chef. Hey, let's work to help so many people together and cook some great food like those ribs. Bye.
Bye.
So right there, you go to this link that you see right below me. That's going to take you to her page. There's a place in there that if you send us the email, say, please hook us up with Carolyn. We'd like to have a party. And Carolyn and I will get back to you. We'll get this party set up. And one of the things that we can do is we'll tell people about when this party's going to happen, what the party's about. We'll even bring you on to Community Impact so you can talk about it. If you know a representative from the nonprofit that you're working, we'll have them on. They can explain what this event's all about. We'll try to touch the lives of more people. Now, there is one caveat to this, okay? You have to make sure that this nonprofit accepts outside solicitation. That is one of the reasons why we insist that we have to have them within our program, because there are nonprofits out there that cannot accept outside solicitations. Okay, there's a huge reason for this, and it's not because, well, we don't want nobody to. No, it's because bookkeeping is very, very difficult when you cannot make sure that somebody's not scamming you. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But go to Community Pay It Forward / Pampered Chef Carolyn Rasmussen. Go in, type Pampered, type Chef, type Carolyn, type cooking, type whatever you want. And Carolyn Rasmussen's name should show up. We can get this party, in the immortal words of, I think it was the Black Eyed Peas, we can get this party started. Boy, this show has a lot of cooking references in it, doesn't it? Hey, everybody, this is one of our very many extra impacts. And these are just little segments that are going to pop up every once in a while, part of this new community impact process. So you're also going to be seeing this on the regular scheduled community impact show. But this is one of our community extra impacts because we want to make sure that this is part of the things that you're going to be thinking about this weekend and maybe next weekend, maybe 2 weekends from now, maybe a month from now. We can make an impact in your community as well. Hey, Carolyn and I, starting in June, after she graduates 2 sons, starting in June, we are going to do quarterly events for Pampered Chef and other organizations and other charities right here on Community Impact. Coming up in October, we're going to be doing for Community Dare to Care. We're going to be doing an event that lasts for about 3 months, and anytime you order anything from Pampered Chef during that time, Community Dare to Care is going to be able to put together food boxes for people in the community who need help during the holidays. It's one of the things my family and I have been doing for well over 2.5 decades, well over 25 years. We're really going to be working to get this back up and running. Now, I said we're going to be starting in June. We're not quite ready to announce who we're going to be working for in June. Stay tuned, by the way. If you want to be nominated to be the one that we're helping in June, all you got to do is reach out to me. If we're associated, you got my number. So please remember, love somebody out there because somebody out here loves you. My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and Community Impact. Thank you very much. On with the show. If this is an episode of Community Impact, if not, take care of someone, because folks, we're all we got. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Show me the way. You wanna hold the heart of Sunset Boulevard. Bring me here, 'cause it's not quite clear to be a part of Sunset Boulevard.